Hello everyone, welcome to the first Ann Arbor Student Film Festival. My name is Arjun Pruitt, and we started this festival to provide a platform for young voices to express themselves through film. We have an amazing pool of talent in our community and thought this would be a great way to showcase these talents. For this festival, we received almost 30 submissions, and tonight we have a great slate of 11 films that will be shown. But before we get into the films, there are a few people that we must thank for helping us all throughout this process. First of all, to our judges, Josh Chester, Mrs. Emily Wilson-Tobin, Dr. Mark Randolph, and Tom Ward. In addition, one person who wasn't mentioned on the program was Nika Woltenbarger. She's the head of video production at the Neutral Zone. So we'd like to thank her for encouraging video production in our community as well. We'd also like to sincerely thank Dr. Laura Bird for helping us with the tech, and to Jan Cox-Shernan, who works here at Green Hills, for working behind the scenes to ensure that the event could happen. But before we run through the films, I'd like to invite Dr. Mark Randolph, who is in the English department here at Green Hills, to share a few words about the event.
I asked Arjun if I could stand up here in front as the son of a preacher. I feel more comfortable doing this. Professor, can you hear me back there? Yeah, Professor. All right, so I have to say that there is no greater honor as a teacher than to be asked to speak by their students, because one would assume that you would have any other choice. You would choose any other fate than to hear your teachers talk even more. So I'm grateful for that. I hope to not abuse that honor by being brief, but also by preparing the soil for this wonderful planting and harvest. I suspect that Arjun invited me because he knows how passionate I am about storytelling. That I honestly believe that we're at a critical moment in our history and in our evolution, that we need to rediscover and embrace the power of storytelling. In this case, it's a visual medium. It's a visual act of storytelling, but my students who are here in the audience can testify to this, and I apologize for repeating myself, but I fear that a binary option has been offered to you, which isn't really a true option. And that is this. On the one hand, you're given the sense that life is an evacuation, and that you must hurry, and that you must do whatever you can to get a seat on the lifeboat, lest you get left behind. But there's another option, and that option is a pilgrimage. And that pilgrimage is one like Chaucer's pilgrimage, where we can join it at any time. We walk together. We should have a story to tell, and we should be prepared to listen carefully to stories. And that we'll travel together at the appropriate pace. If someone falls off their horse like the cook, he had a little problem with inebriation, you'll laugh at him and put him back on his horse, and then you'll move together towards redemption. This is how Chaucer envisioned storytelling. This film festival is an attempt to try to reconnect with that, I feel, and to try and encourage young talent to tell these stories in a medium which these young, talented people have grown to love already. So, in conclusion, I would ask you to do a couple of things. One of which is, I would like for you to think about your favorite film, your most beautiful film-going experience, the one that touched you in your heart. And I'd like for you to draw a line between that and every film that you see tonight, and find in each of these early attempts by these young storytellers that spark which made you fall in love.